It is a very cool word, but it does not mean being lord over. But you've got to understand, one of the greatest aspects of happiness is for both individuals to have their needs met. Am I correct?
Yes.
And so as you think in terms of the framework of needs, and we submit to each other need, that brings happiness. Happiness should bring us to friendship. And of course, the friendship level is vitally important as it relates to relationship, because friends don't hide anything from friends. Am I correct?
Yes.
And so the best thing you can do is to make a friend out of your wife or your husband as quickly as possible. Because it puts you in a position where, number one, you don't hide secrets from each other until, if, God forbid, trust is being betrayed. And then you've got to go and rebuild again. It is harder to rebuild than just to build. It's easy to build, but if you break down and you have to rebuild, it's very difficult to rebuild. Because the rebuilding is going to call for double trust. How could I trust you again? And so we want to take these two verses of Scripture very seriously. And we also realize that what Christ did not, if you notice this quite well, Christ gave himself for the church, which means he put the church's interest before his. It seems to me then, Brother Wayne, that your interest has to be placed before yours. And that is establishing a foundation of godly concern that will reverse, or not reverse, but come out to be an attribute that will make submitting easy. In other words, the giving is without the expectation of receiving. However, we have got to realize that if you don't sow, you wouldn't reap. And the love tank has got to be filled up by both of you. Because if the love tank goes empty, there's nothing to draw from. And by the way, marriage is not a 50-50 ratio aspect. So that when you put in 50%, you stop. Marriage is 100% and 100% aspect, to the point where when one decided to stop at 50, you go 150 to meet her or him. Am I correct?
Amen.
Oh yes, it sounds good.